Willkommen zurück zu Persona 5 Royal mit mir, den Hades. Wir wurden im letzten Part verraten. Jetzt sind wir hier bei der Polizei und wurden befragt. Und das ist alles, was am Anfang war. Deswegen habe ich das jetzt mal kurz übersprungen. Und jetzt kommt sie ja, um alles zu klären.
Excuse me, but
I'm... I will... This is my...
I won't be.
So.
Prosecute. Your time will be. It's for your own sake. His methods are.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, the effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead. If you want to win this unreasonable... If you wish to take back your recall the bonds you've... and grasp the truth.
Ha 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 ha.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. There's much more I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence. I have a responsibility to solve this. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you in this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing those are your... So you won't sell out your friends. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of... Not to repeat myself, but you had the cooperation. Can you tell me about them?
Nah.
So you won't speak a... Do you even understand? Let's discuss one other person. Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting. Might he be a part of your team too? So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. So be it. You clearly have no intention of Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of... Your teammates have Why won't you talk about... be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide. Justice? Then tell me, what is this? Sticking to the right path. That's no different. You continue to stand firm. You're right. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? After all this... Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum.
Realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, although I find your story to be... Huh? What are you getting? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I even had to call in a large...
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room. Good. It looks...
Hey. Hey, are you... Our time's up. Goodbye. Do you mean this Why wouldn't I know about it? Anyhow, there's something that's been... Recently I was removed a short while later, but that was all. You were told someone sold you. If that's true...
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, all that's left is to figure... It's all up to you, leader. Okay, giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as...
Treffen wir doch eine Vereinbarung.
Yes, very well. If you know something... Confiscated? I've been told the lock on it is quite What's so important about... Are you going to unlock it and show...
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone. That's right. We need to show it to the true...
Hey! What are you trying... And what about this smart... The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. Public security questioning will occur on the first day, and thus the dangerous
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who... Not a My God. You're referring to him. What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears this will be my last... Very well. And that honest... I'll place my... I just need to show him the phone.
Habe ich jetzt meinen Pixel abgewendet oder bin ich hier noch am Arsch? Oh.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be going now. What good will this do? Akechi-kun?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well. That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public. I am surprised that nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly.
That was but a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sais. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the fan. I need you. My God. You're referring to...
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look...
Hmm? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a good luck in there.
Foolish woman. May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan. And now it will be... Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worth... Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends. Shido-san.
I've told you not to, regardless. Oh,
The continued deaths of these teens, I considered making it appear they had a falling out. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident.
is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become...
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that,
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness
No. Even... Shh.
What was all that about, showing him this... The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba.
How do they know I have this?
Goro, he didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps. You must save him.
You want me to...
Huh?
What is it?
Anyway, what...
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be...
Yes.
So it's all
Of course it's true.
It's a Ketchi-kun.
Huh?
I've been asked to
You?
You know, I suggest you go into hide
Yes, ma'am.
and don't say a word of what transpired here.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who is...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Yeah.
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It would be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why were you killed? Why did you have... Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while you're... Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous... How might you be capable of executing... Well then, let us rouse...
You realized it too, then. There's no way he could have reacted like... Probably. There's no way that this whole deal feels sketchy. One more if it's possible. Right. I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So it's impossible. I didn't say it was impossible. That's of course. This is...
Solche Spinner.
I see. So...
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell...
Haben wir ihn rangekriegt. Nein. Zack. Nur 3% unschuldig.
Hey, are you... Don't fall asleep. Are you listening?
Are you listening? Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying his offer to assist us if we go into Sis's palace as he's...
To think he would be this far gone. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, he may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to...
He made us go after Okumura. And he told...
The whole time? Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to...
No. Akechi, an unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder...
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan. He may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it!
But if we go in...
Palace... Actually, there's some... Aha! We can use the
What?
There's a way to get past Akechi and... Really?
You gotta be kidding!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing... Yeah, that... It seems that's our only... Listen close, everyone.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen. However, the police and...
I'm sorry I'm late.
Waiting upstairs. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're...
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much...
it's ancient history now.
Man,
Look who...
Was geht?
Hey, you big bastard!
Bitte was? Soll er doch mal, du.
Thank goodness. It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thief.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a Enemy? Fake?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal...
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up...
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was...
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom. In other words, you left...
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. But
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
you mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry, was that
Oh, our apologies. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, it's a change in cognition. Most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the but we already saw him.
Oh, I know a place. I want to go.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about that meant Akechi'd already.
And since he was lying to...
It seemed odd. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his...
I pretended... My heart was pounding.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being in... Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an app! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his...
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thief. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide. Public security questioning will occur.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours.
So they plan to get rid...
Well then, and thus, the dangerous when he does.
I knew he was acting strange.
He's no ace detective.
On top of that, someone with great authority. That's why we had to make a move before.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive...
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your pal...
What conditions?
First, we required a place...
That place is...
That's why nobody but the person who...
Back with Kamoshida, we... You totally can't tell the difference.
We had already invested...
I was serious. To be
Aber
honest,
den noch war. Ach ja.
Yeah.
Makoto is normally...
I did have a... But I just couldn't continue. The reason I
Aber da
joined
catch die Bitch mich einfach abknallen, Alter. Aber nicht mit den alten Hordis, du, ne? Nicht mit dem alten Hordis.
We heard from Mako...
And regarding its location...
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our... Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were...
Once we heard that from Makoto...
There was also one more... A perfect cognitive replica.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, they looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like...
Everything went... However, It was then that we were met with a terrifying as a result. We had prepared an empty. This was because we knew that.
We made sure before the operation, and just as expected,
him getting captured by.
And I had been interrogated. But how did you lure a...
All I needed were the coordinates.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking it must have been truly hilarious for our Surely he was acting quite...
Was für Assis, Alter. Aber egal, er hat mal Arsch gerettet.
That's a shame.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the...
In our experience, there was little...
That's the other reason we needed you to listen to Ali by having you head back to the interior.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from...
Huh. I hadn't the slightest idea.
I'm so glad. Even though we knew Akechi's...
Without Sis on that persuasion, we couldn't consult Sis.
Still, I'm surprised. I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risk.
If we could just tell you the truth, realize that our leader was
As a result, we emerged...
Then the reason you kept this a secret...
Yes.
This is...
I've kind of... But what did you do about the...
The police never even...
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guards. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment...
And with that confusion, he was able...
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body.
Thinking back to the interrogation, the callous use of violence, if he had lost consciousness, and I'm truly glad.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated, to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan...
I wanted to believe, but...
Ryuji's a bit on
Mein
the
Team! Fehlt nur noch Kasumi, aber... Naja.
We knew he was alive.
Now that I think about it, what a joke, letting me... Very well. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring.
I'll do whatever I can to... Let's take a break for now. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this...
Let us accept his...
Alles klar.
That sounds familiar.
Junge, ich bin tot!
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a...
No. More importantly, you've done well with regard...
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thief.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this...
And on to our next story. A discussion is swirling around potential nominees. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be...
Elections, huh? Don't matter.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels...
He is unmistakably a man of power, if...
Shido?
I believe he's a politician. Remember Ryuji?
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido...
Huh?
Do you have some kind of...
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions. First, he would profit. He's maintained a negative. On top of that, he'll most likely...
No!
Did he set us up?
If he is behind...
So his current...
We'll make him have a change... Mom...
Shido.
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was just based on the connections I had. I think the one who, from the moment Wakaba died, that there wasn't anything I could do.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he used.
Originally, it was then that I accidentally stumbled upon... So, I tracked down the whereabouts of that boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdown, psychotic...
Way back when.
What's going to happen to this country of Shido?
The issue is, this is nothing more than yet another...
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi... Got a hit! Well, duh.
Where would the location...
What kind of things go through a I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's...
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent.
Placementgebäude, ein Torrestaurant. Placementgebäude?
We got a hit!
Aha.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the... Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy...
Let's win this... Time for revenge! Then it's unanimous!
All we gotta do now is...
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th.
It's best we hurry before they discover...
Should we start tomorrow?
That reminds me.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright?
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose, outside of escaping Akechi's clutch. Shido tried to place all the blame on the... He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi a mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for...
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. He'll say he has a... Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through...
We're in a...
That's why you...
But the true battle. We won the first round, but we...
Yeah, the same...
These people... We will need to be prepared.
Auch krass, dieses kleine Katz-und-Maus-Spiel, wie das ausgeraten ist. Der Typ, der hat mich getötet. Die anderen haben mich gerettet. Und jetzt sind wir gegen die, ey. Die zwei gegen das Phantom-Team.
It's because I sympathized with your... I believed that your ideal...
Well, I only need you using that.
Wakaba Ishiki...
Any suspicion, after all. We had an act...
Astounding, isn't he? Was quite surprised when you... Well, I got that out of him.
This country's a failure. The political world is filled. The general public has forsaken such political.
I must agree.
There's no need to be. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times.
Still, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus...
Thanks to your efforts, once the police were no exception. With their management in my pocket.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it.
When you told me that, I knew then that you...
Their popularity. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving. The time has finally... However, inauguration isn't my goal. I'll make this country rich for the sake of it.
In other words, you're creating a...
The public resonates with my ideals, and for that, some sacrifice. That is my duty. Your assistance has been very influential in when I become Prime Minister.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that I believe I'll lay low. And
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Well, how do I put this?
Well then.
So, liebe Leute, das war ein langer Part. Ich bedanke mich für eure Aufmerksamkeit. Wunderschönen Moment. Guten Abend. Schreibt mir was mal. So, gucken wir noch die anderen Projekte an. Und im nächsten Part sehen wir, was die Welt so bringt. Ich muss jetzt weg und bis denne.